All right, so we just left the Rough Club, and now we go to Davy Bourne's, where all you fancy people who actually read the book would be hanging out. So, and just a little bit of context is also, it's coming up on the time where the deed is about to happen in his house, and he's about to eat, but what's happening to him is he's being eaten up inside. So just a little context. And some of you that had a sandwich, you'll if you look at what you ate, you'll hear a bit of it now. I'm hungry. He entered Davy Bourne's model pub. Doesn't chat, stands a drink now and then. Putting a leap year once and four. Has to check for me once. What'll I take now? He drew his watch. Let me see now. It's a shandy gaff. Hello, Bloom, Nosy Flynn said from his nook. Hello, Flynn. How's things? Hip top. Let me see. I'll take a glass of burgundy and let me see. Sardines on the shelves. Almost tasting we're looking. A sandwich. Ham and his descendants. Mustard and bread there. Potted meats. What is home without Plumtree's potted meat? Incomplete. What a stupid ad. Under the obituary notice they stuck it. All up at Plumtree. Dignam's potted meat. Cannibals would with lemon and rice. Missionary too salty. Like pickled pork. Expect the chef consumes the parts of honour. Ought to be tough from exercise. His wives in a row to watch the effect. There was a right royal old nigger who ate or something the somethings of the Reverend McTigger. With it and a bowl of bliss, Lord knows what concoction. Gowls, mouldy tripes, windpipes faked and minced up. Puzzled to find the meat. Kosher. No meat and no milk. Hygiene, that's what they call it now. Yom Kippur. Fast spring cleaning of the inside. Peace and war depends on some fella's digestion. Religions. Christmas and turkey, slaughter of innocents. Eat, drink and be merry. The casual wards full laughter. Heads banged. Cheese. Cheese suggests all but itself. Mighty cheese. Have you a cheese sandwich? Yes, sir. Like a few olives with that then. Italian I prefer. Good glass of burgundy anyway, that. Lubricate. A nice salad. Cool as a cucumber. Jesus, Tom Kiernan can dress. Puts gusto into it. Pure olive oil. Really served me a cutlet with a sprig of parsley. Take one Spanish onion. God made food. The devil the cooks. Deviled crab. Wife well. Quite well, thanks. A cheese sandwich then. Gorgonzola have you? Yes, sir. Nosy Finn. Sipped his grog. Doing any singing those days? Look at his mouth. Could whistle in his own ear. Flap ears to match. Music. Knows as much about music as my coach, man. Yeah, still, gotta tell him. There's no harm. Free fucking lad. She's engaged for a big tour end of this month. You may have heard, perhaps. No, oh, that's the style. Who's getting it up? The curate served. How much is that? 7p, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Bloom cut his sandwich into slender stripes. Mr. McTigger, easier than the dreamy, creamy stuff. His 500 wives had the times of their lives. Mustard, sir. Thank you. He stood it under each lifted strip, yellow blobs. Their lives. I have it. It grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Getting it up, he said. Well, it's like a company idea, you see. Part shares and part profits. Ah, now I remember, Nosy Flynn said, putting his hand in his pocket to scratch his groin. Who was this was telling me? Isn't the blazes boiling mixed up in it? A warm shock of air, heat of mustard hunched on Mr. Bloom's heart. He raised his eyes and met the square of a billows clock. 2. Full clock, 5 minutes fast. Time going on. Hands moving. 2. Not yet. His midriff yearned, then upward. Sank within him. Yearned more longly, loggingly. Wine. He smelled, sipped the cordial juice, and, bidding his throat strongly to speed it, set his wine glass delicately down. Yeah, he said. He's the organizer, point of fact. No fear, no brains. Nosy Flynn snuffed and scratched. Flea having a good square meal. He had a good slice of luck, Jack Mooney was telling me, over the boxing match. My Akio won again, the soldier, you know, in Portobello Barracks. My God, he had the little kipper down the County Clare. He was telling me, hope the dewdrop doesn't come down into my glass. No, snuffled it up. For near a month, man, before they came off, sucking dug eggs, by God, till further orders. Keep him off the booze, see? Oh, my God. Blazes is a hairy chap.
Declan!
And that's the intro. Hello, sorry. It's kind of an intro to what's coming. It's 5 minutes from what is probably about to happen back in his house. And our next location introduces us to some of the reasons as to why Mr. Joyce's book was not allowed to be sold. So I highly recommend you sticking around.
Thank you.
All right? So, lash it back, as we would say, and the piper will announce when we're leaving. Thank you.
Okay, Jackie's Fifth Amendment. You have been
I've been tapped on the shoulder.
volunteered
I have
to do the collection.
Yes, I've been tapped on the shoulder and asked to use my extremely handsome show
Excellent.
to remind people
Yes.
that musicians need to eat too, and they need to pay their rent. Yes, they get great joy out of their work, and maybe you work on Wall Street and you know you're just predating all day, and you have to find your. But they don't make a lot, and they come out. They're committed to a cultural event like this, and it's up to you to take the skim off
Exactly, the edge off of the situation.
Well, you know how you're enjoying the benefits of empire and capitalism, and how about just drop a little bit of your confirmation money or maybe Holy Communion money into the hat, pass them on to the musicians, and maybe they'll get through the week.
There you go.
And we're not trying to, you know.
They couldn't have asked for a better person to be their representative.
Musicians, and it's not like they're thinking of having children or anything. That's out of the question. But they would just like to get through the week.
There you go.
Roof over the head, clothes on their backs, food in the mouth.
There you go. Excellent.
Please give.
5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
5 minutes.
Back room at Jackie's.
5 minutes, okay.
5 minutes.
Time has come to leave. Joe, it's time, baby.
The stragglers being picked off by snipers, you know.
Okay, as we pass the old stone house, following the Bloomsday celebration to the next pub.